There is a big shakeup to tell you about in the group that manages elections for North Carolina. The State Board of Elections, you don't need to hear it from me. They've dealt with a lot over the past few years, a pandemic, to name one thing, false claims of rigging the 2020 election, constantly changing voting maps. We've seen that go through the courts over the years. It just kept piling up. A group of 5 people tackled all of it. Now, 3 of them are saying goodbye. WRAL Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie spoke with them about their tumultuous time on the board.
There's new leadership at the state election board with 3 new members out of 5 and a new chairman. We talked to some of the outgoing members about the challenges they've seen and what lies ahead for elections. The board unanimously elected Democrat Alan Hirsch as the new chairman. He's a former deputy attorney general who once worked for former Governor Mike Easley. He's joined by 2 other new members, Democrat Siobhan Millen and Republican Kevin Lewis. He said the 2024 election will be a big job.
My hope is that both Republicans and Democrats on the board can agree as much as humanly possible so that we can provide that confidence in the election process that everybody really wants.
Outgoing Chairman Damon Circosta had served since 2018. He's proud of how well state elections ran during the pandemic, but he says the problem of election denialism will remain a challenge for the new board.
It's on us to make sure that people understand how the process works so that they won't have concerns about the good work that all these civil servants do.
We had to give a lot more time, energy, and effort,
Stella Anderson is another former board member who also served for the past 5 years. She said it's been an extraordinarily challenging time.
All in the agency as well as the board met that moment, rose to the challenge, got us through the 2020 election in the middle of a pandemic.
Both Anderson and Circosta say the biggest challenge for the new board will be implementing voter photo ID now that the state Supreme Court has reinstated it. It will have to happen quickly.
This new board's going to have to spend a tremendous amount of time and energy resources making sure that whatever happens, they get it right. And that's not something that you can just flip a switch on. It takes a lot of planning and a lot of training and a lot of work.
Laura Leslie, WRAL News, Raleigh.
And those people are going to get a lot of focus and attention from folks as we approach this next election. The board's first vote was to reappoint current state elections director Karen Brinson Bell to a third 2-year term. That vote was also unanimous.